Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 77 of the regular season, where the Astros win 9-1 over the Los Angeles Angels. I'm running out of things to say. Alright, I feel like I've talked about starting pitching for like 15 consecutive videos because it's been great, but let's change it. Let's try to start with the offense, which was great and got on the board early. Kyle Tucker, big RBI base hit in the first inning. That made it 1-0, and then Jake Myers with the bases loaded and I believe 2 outs. Big two RBI base hit to make it 3-0 Houston before the first inning was over with. Martin Maldonado in the second inning would get it going with a solo home run. He would have a multi-home run game, and I don't know what's real anymore at this point, if I'm being honest. So that would make it a 4-0 ball game. Then Alex Bregman with another big hit. He sends Altuve home. Altuve, who would have a 3-base hit day. He's looking great. So is Bregman. RBI base hit here. Made it 5-0 Houston. Then we go to the third. Taylor Ward would crush one, but that would be the only blemish on the pitching staff today. That would be the only mistake by the pitching staff today. That would be the only mistake by Urquidy today. That was it. Aside from that, he was great. Then you go to the sixth. Martin Maldonado, again, he homers. Martin Maldonado, I can't emphasize, he had 2 home runs today. I'm speechless. Utterly speechless. Jose Altuve, same inning, back-to-back, he homers. It's 7-1 Houston, and we're just rolling. Then you get to the 7th inning, Kyle Tucker homers. Still in the 7th inning, McCormick homers. It's 9-1 Houston. I don't know what to, I'm speechless. Guys, we are so otherworldly good at this moment in time that it's kind of shocking to me. And that's the thing, right? Big win. Big 9-1 win. That's great. But here's the thing. It was everyone. And that's what we've been doing recently, right? When we've had these big offensive outbursts, it's not the top of the lineup that just keeps hammering it every, second inning, Like, the top 3 or 4 guys just get on base like crazy, and then you go silent for an inning, then they come back up. It's not that. It's up and down the lineup. Altuve had a 3-hit game, including the home run. Bregman had a big hit with an RBI. Tucker had a big 2-hit day. McCormick had 2 hits, including a home run. Jake Myers had a 2 RBI day. Maldonado had 2 home runs. I can't get over that. And we've seen this the past few games for Houston. We've seen this for the past few times they've had big offensive outbursts. It's not the top of the offense carrying the workload. It is everyone getting in on it. We have crazy depth. Again, McCormick, just so we're clear here, McCormick is like your 5th outfielder, and he's gone yard in back-to-back games. He is your 5th outfielder. And that's just talking about the offensive side of the ball. You want to talk about pitching? Jose Urquidy, who looked dead on the side of the road like 4 starts ago. I make a video entitled The Conversation, I believe is what I called it, where I discuss the fact that Jose Urquidy might need to be moved to AAA or just out of the rotation because, man, oh man, I don't know that he can do it. And then what does he do? He pitches a solid game, and I go, okay, well, that's pretty good. Then he pitches another solid game, and another gem, and today, another gem. 6 innings of work, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, which isn't great. But when you only give up a pair of base hits, and your one mistake was a home run, this is ideal Jose Urquidy, aside from the walks. He was fantastic. Not a ton of hard contact. He pitched a great game. And now you're really asking the question of what is the rotation going to be when McCullers and Odo get healthy? Who do you move? Who do you move at this time? And I wasn't wanting to say that. I've been, again, saying that because I keep saying, Urquidy, he's the one on the way out. But he continues to just amaze. He continues to pitch great. And now it's a genuine question of who do you move out of the rotation? I feel like at this point, I know Verlander is against it. I know McCullers is against it. You have to go with a 6-man rotation. You can't look who. We have 5 pitchers right now. It's Verlander, Javi, Garcia, Fromber, and Urquidy. Who do you move? You got to take 2 of those guys out. Verlander is an all-star and probably competing for the MVP. Javi should be not the MVP, the Cy Young. Javi should be competing for the Cy Young. He should be an all-star. Fromber probably should be an all-star. Garcia's having another solid season, and now Urquidy's on a hot streak where he's just pitched gem after gem. Who do you move in that rotation? It's insane. And then you get to the bullpen. Phil Maton with a great outing. He's hopefully get it back on track. Pair of strikeouts, no other base hits or any base runners. Seth Martinez, who's come out of the woodworks to be one of the best relievers on this staff. He had a pair of strikeouts in a clean inning. Anoli Paredes, who again seemingly was terrible in his first game, comes back, pitches 2 solid outings with Corey Lee backstopping him, which that was a comment I received yesterday saying maybe he's just more comfortable with Corey Lee, and I'm like, yeah, that would make sense. And if that's the case, you have Corey Lee as the backup catcher, and only Paredes can come in late in games, and you just give Paredes Corey Lee, and he looks really comfortable with him. He doesn't look like the nervous, excitable Anoli Paredes that we've seen for his entire career. He looks calm, cool, and collected with Corey Lee. And if that's the case, you might just have another really, really good reliever in the pen, just because, like, I genuinely, you look at the roster, you look at the starting 9, you look at the bench, you look at the rotation, you look at the pen. And games like this, like, yeah, Maldonado's been bad this season. And then he has a game like this. And Urquidy has been bad this season. And then he's had, like, 4 games like this. I don't know that we have ever, 2017, 2019 included, I don't know that we have ever had a roster that is this complete and this deep. At this point in these videos, and you get this way at the end of seasons anyway, I got this way in the last, 50 games last year. I'm just sort of out of things to say because, already made 110 videos about it. I'm already out of things to say, and you're about 77 games in. I don't know other ways to tell you that we are fantastic. We look as good as we ever have. I feel as good as I ever have about this team. And, I felt pretty good going into the New York, stretch. Then you come out of that smelling like a bunch of daisies when I was just hoping you'd get out of it alive, and instead you come out looking like a monster. Then you take on the Angels, and yeah, I know the Angels are sort of low-hanging fruit, and they're still missing quite a few guys from the suspensions of that fist fight, which is, our division just eating each other alive, by the way. But you dominate. You dominate in both games, on every facet of the game. And now you're at 50 wins. And I'm just speechless about how good we look right now. And it is genuinely horrifying how good we look for the rest of the league. And look, this stretch that we're on right now is unsustainable. But it's unsustainable, right? But it's possible. And at any point in the season, this team that just is nearly unbeatable. We have not trailed. We've trailed 5 or 6 plate appearances in the past 2 weeks. We are a juggernaut. As we've ever been, we are a juggernaut. I feel so confident in this team right now. It's otherworldly how good I feel right now with this group. And that's not even to mention the fact that Dusty's been good this season. He's been managing really, really well. This is his best managing job that I've watched him do with the Astros. I really don't feel that there's been more than maybe 2 or 3 games this entire season that Dusty is just royally screwed up on. He's managing well. He is not costing us games like he did last year. Look at this team top to bottom. Show me the real weakness. It's catcher. Outside of that, what is it? That's the only thing you could possibly pick the scab of. So we go for the sweep tomorrow, 2:10 Eastern, 1:10 Central. We send Framber Valdez. The Angels are going to send Jose Suarez to the mound. And, feeling pretty good going into it. So I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.